Oh, I shouldn't have said it. I mean, let's like bake. Let's get cooking. Hi guys, it's Tia. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back. So we're back in the kitchen. And today we are going to be starting a little bit of a series. This is going to be called the Baked series. Why, you might ask, so I answer. I have a family member who is probably one of the most incredible cooks I have ever known. Her food is absolutely insane. Every holiday, I just can't wait to get my hands on whatever it is she made, no matter what it is. I know it's always gonna be amazing. And she has actually come out with a cookbook. This is from Suzie Durigon. On Instagram, she's pretty well known. Her name is Just Crumbs. I'm going to link everything down below, as well as a link on where you can get this amazing book. As you can see, there are quite a bit of recipes I want to try. So that is what I thought we would do. I thought we would get through this book, tackle it together, you and me, and see how many of these recipes I can successfully-ish make. And hey, if I don't do well, it'll just be more entertaining for all of you. But like always, if you do like what you see, please hit that like button, and also don't forget to smash that subscribe button. I try to say I post videos every Friday. Like I said in a couple other videos, problems with my USB. I honestly thought I was gonna have an entire video that I've already edited, ready to go. That didn't happen, but I'm really trying to get my footing back and get these videos to you. So if you do want to follow with my inconsistent self, turn on those post notifications so you can actually see whenever I happen to actually get a video up, you know? So I think without any further ado, we should get going. So let's get baked. I mean, let's like bake. Let's get cooking. Alrighty, so the recipe I'm gonna be starting this entire baked challenge series with is something that kind of speaks to my inner child. I don't know about you guys and what your favorite snacks were or meals were as a kid, but for me, a PB&J was my absolute jam. I'm realizing right there that that was such a good pun and I didn't even catch it. But anyways, we are going to be making these PB&J pine bars. They look incredible. This is what the photo looks like. Will mine look like that? I don't know. Here's hoping. I read through the recipe. I thought I got everything. Apparently, I'm missing icing sugar, so I'll make do. It's fine. Whatever. Fahrenheit? It's Fahrenheit. My stove is Fahrenheit. I don't know why I said it was Celsius. But I preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but I don't think many people have a Celsius oven. These are all my ingredients that I have right here. Now I'm gonna stick to this as much as possible. What I think is gonna be my personal challenges, I'm gonna change some of the things that I think won't mess up the recipe too much. This could be such a bad idea, but I think I'm gonna do it anyways. I don't eat a lot of sweets. I love to cook them and I like to try them, but this recipe says it's gonna make 48 bars and I'm not gonna eat 48 PB&J bars. I'll eat one, maybe 2, 3 at the most, and then my family and friends, they can devour the rest. But because I wanna eat them, I wanna try to make them a little bit more accessible to someone who does follow more eating restrictions. So I made a few alterations. So this is not the exact recipe. So if you think you're gonna go and copy this recipe, you can't, because this isn't even the whole recipe. I'm changing it. The only thing that I'm kind of worried might be a little bit different is I really like using coconut oil instead of butter. I've never had a problem substituting butter for coconut oil, so I don't think I should have a problem with this, considering that this at least is a recipe where the end result should be a little more dense. Peanut butter I'm gonna be using, because I'm not gonna be the only person eating this, I still wanted to use something smooth because I know a lot of people don't favor the chunkiness of an all natural peanut butter. So this is still a light peanut butter, so it's the one that has 25% less fat, but it is still smooth, so it should work very nicely. Is this a big enough bowl? Medium. That's medium, right? This is medium. We're fine. We're good. I'm calling this my medium bowl. Oh dear Lord. Okay, so we're gonna start off by obviously mixing all of our solids. So that is going to be our flour, our sugar, and our baking powder. Yeah, so we're gonna do that now. Flour, if you use it, it's a little bit clumpier than all-purpose because obviously all-purpose is just bleached and so processed. It tastes great, but it's obviously not as natural. And that's 3 cups. So that's 3 cups. 3 cups. There, perfect, done. So it's gonna be 1.5 cups of sugar. And then it says 1/4 cup of lightly packed brown sugar. We're literally just gonna be using organic coconut palm sugar. And math correct, it basically goes to 2. It's basically saying 2 cups of sugar. I'm gonna use 1.5 cups. Really, I don't have sugar in anything. Like obviously in a sweet, fine, but like I stopped taking sugar in my coffee, I think when I was 16. I don't like it. I don't know what it is. You should just debunk me in all of this because I feel like I'm shooting straight lies. Me who knows nothing about cooking and literally said it openly said it in the intro that this might be the worst experience ever, but I'm gonna do it anyways because, you know, content. So this is my 1.5 cups of sugar. It literally says to use a whole another 1/4 cup of another sugar. We're not doing that. That's just, it's too much. I can't justify that much sugar in this. I just can't do it. There's peanut butter and jam. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. It's fine. It's fine. And the last dry ingredient I'm gonna be adding is just my baking powder. And we're just going to do a teaspoon of that. And there's my teaspoon. Perfect. I'm guessing this is gonna be the base and some of the top coat that goes on top of the jelly. So I think we're good. Looks like a nice brown, crisp color, especially when we cook it. I think it'll be good. All right, so we're gonna put that to the side. So now we're gonna move on and we are gonna get those wet ingredients going in the bowl because we're gonna use the actual mixer because I'm not doing that myself, absolutely not a chance. Let's do that. Guys, I messed up. I put 1.5 cups of sugar. With this, it's actually supposed to go with the peanut butter. So what am I doing now? I'm going to do this again. I'll be right back. So we just took part in a quick intermission where I got myself together and decided to like pay attention to what's going on around me. So I remixed some more flour as well as my baking powder, and I measured another 1.5 cups of my coconut sugar. So let's get into doing this. So we're actually gonna start, I'm reading this. We're using an electric mixer because obviously this is gonna be a little tough to mix up. But we're gonna be mixing our 2 cups of peanut butter with our butter / coconut oil, and then both of our sugars until smooth. And then we are going to add the eggs. So we're gonna add the eggs non-beaten, but they're gonna get beaten into the actual mix. And then we're gonna add in that into this. I don't know if this is big enough. How big is this supposed to be? So we're like adding everything into this, but then what's going on the top? So it's kind of like when you make peanut butter cookies, where you're using the peanut butter, like the actual peanut butter, to make the mix. So the real filling is pretty much just the jam. So this is supposed to be making more of like an actual dough. It literally uses the word dough. We're making dough. And then the rest of this dough is what's going back on top. Okay, I got it. Your girl's, she's understanding. Let's get into that. Oh my god, I love peanut butter. I'm not trying to be rude. If you are allergic to peanut butter, I am so sorry because it's so good. Okay, so what's half of a cup?
Here's what I found.
2/3? Is it like 2/3? Suck at measurements. Okay, so I'm pretty sure half of a half. Like I said, we're gonna be using coconut oil. This is softened coconut oil, similar to softened coconut butter. It's denser than coconut butter is, so you use less. So I'm only gonna be using 1/3 cup. And yeah, so it's coming out really, really nicely. So that's going in there. Perfect. Be together, and both sugars. So this is where we're gonna put the sugars in. Okay, so I don't know why I thought this bowl was so much smaller than it is. So it looks just like a little lump of nothing right now, but I'm gonna be sticking this into my mixer and we're gonna be doing that. So I'm gonna move you guys this way so we can get a better shot. Once again, I'm a novice baker. I'm good at cooking because cooking, you can kind of do whatever you want. Baking, it needs to be precise. So just please bear mind to that while watching this. Does this move? I don't know. How does this work? Do I just like scoop it in? I'm gonna put this in first. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna stick this in. Okay, we're making money moves. And then we gotta, yes! Are you ready? Here we go. Okay. So now we're gonna combine the rest. Let me take you guys back in so you can see the magic happen. That right there, that's our finished result. I'm just gonna fold it in a little bit before we put this in our pans. I have 2 sheets. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can with one. It's supposed to make a lot of bars, and still I'm not really getting how many, how big these bars are supposed to be, but I'm just gonna start and we'll go from there. So these are my 2 pans that I lined with the dough, and now I'm gonna add the filling, and with the rest of this, I'm gonna sprinkle it on top before I put the final top drizzle, which is melted peanut butter, milk, and icing powder. I ended up finishing the whole jar. Honestly, there's probably supposed to be so much more jam than I put in these because I had to do it over 2 different things. These are the bars all done. They look really, really good. Honestly, I think they might be a little lackluster in terms of how much filling they're supposed to have and probably how big they're supposed to be. But I think it's okay if I made them a little bit smaller in terms of like density, because then you can have maybe like a bigger slice. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven for 45 minutes, and then we will come back, drizzle some nice peanut butter and icing topping, and then we'll test them out. So see you in 45 minutes. Hey guys, so there is a little under 10 minutes on the clock, and I wanted to just kind of show you what's going on with our bars right now. If we just open them up, like I suspected, they're not the type of thing that's really gonna rise. You can definitely see some crisping around the sides, which means I'm hoping that it's cooking properly. So that's how those are looking right now. Okay, so the bars are done. I'm gonna take them out of the oven, and then I'm gonna start on the actual topping. What I gotta say about first impressions is actually they raised a lot more than I thought they would. So I'm actually thinking if I put more in the same pan, it would have been way too tall. So hey, look at me for eyeballing it. I think my biggest thing though was honestly the fact that I didn't put the proper amount of jelly. I think that's gonna be the only thing that's gonna be kind of missing from them personally, because they look really, really good. They're bubbling a little bit. So I'm gonna put these to the side while they cool, and I'm gonna start working on this. Don't mind all the milk that I spilled in there, but once again, I'm bringing you in closer just so you can see the milk. I'm gonna put this on a really low simmer just so it continues to simmer. it is 10 to 11. They're cooling. They're looking good. They're crispy on the edges. They look great. I finished making the drizzle, so I'm just waiting for them to set a little bit more. I'm gonna actually start maybe having this drizzle warm up a little bit. And I'm almost done. I've cleaned, and guys, we are almost home free. Everything's cleaned up, so as long as I get these set and put away, I'll be good to go. I'm tired. Hey, so guys, they turned out freaking amazing. I'm gonna cut a little piece now, and I'm actually gonna try it. I'm not gonna have too much, obviously, just because it's like 11 o'clock, but like I have to try it because I've been in this kitchen for 3 hours. So I'm just gonna take a little square. It's like a crumble. It's not even like a, oh shoot. I honestly think it might just be because it's not cold enough. I could be wrong. It could be like because I just didn't cook it properly. But nonetheless. Oh, that's so good. I mean, what's not to like? Oh my god. Especially if you get a piece that's in the corners where it's the jelly and the peanut butter crisp. That's like really, really good. So that is amazing. Suzie, you truly, as always, know what you're talking about. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. I feel like if I put them in the fridge, they will turn into that more bar consistency, because right now it's kind of almost just like having a pie or a cake. And I hope you guys will try just different recipes. This is just because I really want to learn how to cook. I want to learn how to bake, just because, you know, it's a life skill. Eventually, when I have a family, I'd love to not be someone buying food all the time. People to, you know, talk about my cooking the way I talk about so many others for their amazing cooking. And yeah, so today I was officially baked and I made PB&J Times Squares. I had so much fun. I'm so happy how they turned out. I hope you guys liked it. As always, like I said, if you do like what you see, like and subscribe. Everything you need to know about Miss Suzie Durigon, who is the creator of this fantastic dish, will be linked down below. Her socials, as well as the link where you can get this fantastic, incredible book. Later, lovelies. I'm guessing I'm gonna use the big whisk. Look it up on YouTube. You know, if this is your parents to everything, Google it or look it up on YouTube. They say that every time.